Check this out, guys. Check this out. Hello, snow walls. I hope they're going to hold strong. Easter, huge avalanche came over here, swept all the way down. Perfect, thank you.
The story I'm about to tell you I don't think has been told to an international audience before. I'm going to take you behind the scenes as they clear and prepare Norway's most famous mountain pass road, Trollstigen. You're going to see a world you did not know existed, you're going to hear stories that may surprise you, and you're going to meet the guy in charge of this mammoth operation. Now, the first thing you realise about heading into the Norwegian mountains is just how spectacular and dangerous these places are during the spring period when snow is melting and avalanches are present.
Shoot some grub.
So I'm waiting for the guy who's in charge of this road. His name is Dag. He's picking me up in a minute. In fact, this might be him right now coming along, and he's going to take me up. But he's told me it's pretty dangerous right now because there's still a possibility of avalanches.
Indeed, just a few weeks prior, a huge avalanche smashed through the area, badly damaging both the tourist centre at the top and the 84-year-old road. Usually it would take between 2 to 4 weeks to open the road, but now it was looking more like 6 to 8 weeks.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Dag.
Matthew, pleasure.
So for you.
Oh, thank you very much.
When Dag is not looking after Trollstigen, you'll find him skiing and climbing the high and perhaps hair-raising mountains in this incredible area. I got a feeling straight away I'm in safe hands with people who call this their home.
We've got to do a few little safety checks first before I'm allowed to go up onto the mountain.
What could happen? What could go wrong?
Right. Many things, many things. It looks incredibly intimidating right now. It really is. It's starting to rain, clouds are coming in, still huge amounts of snow everywhere.
Avalanche.
Yeah, avalanche.
Rockfall.
Rockfall. You could get really annoyed with me and just want to kick me off the road. So yeah, this is going to be quite the day, it really is.
Consequences.
Death.
Death is one. We keep within the green zone.
Yeah.
You keep it within range of me. And I think we'll live to see another day.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so. We're ready.
Small rocks like this that nice in the avalanches, and when it melts they come tumbling. What we call bispefonna, and that's a big avalanche if it comes.
So that's the reason why this is the red zone, because of the avalanches here. But this area is the green zone?
It's greenish.
So just to clarify, we have the greenish zone where we're allowed to stop, and then we have the red zone where we have to continue all the way to the top, as there's possibilities of avalanches and rock falls in the area.
The guys working here is of course exposing themselves to harsh nature, but it's calculated risk. You know, we go through everything that could go wrong, and then make measures to prevent that.
Yeah.
But you know, you can never be 100% secure. But that's obvious when you see the nature there.
So this guy's job here is to look out for any possibility of danger coming into the red zone. And just 2 weeks after I filmed this, that's exactly what happened, and he had to radio everybody off the mountain ASAP.
We haven't had any accidents so far because we take good measurements regarding safety.
So every day you risk your life coming up here?
Well, you could put it like that.
Just say it for the camera.
Yeah.
But on a serious note, I asked Dag about how he deals with the responsibility on his shoulders looking after the most popular road in Norway, located in such a dangerous environment.
All the time Trollstigen is open, we are just constantly watching. And heavy rainfall, we close, because then the rock starts moving and too dangerous. But before each opening, we go through every checklist. We have done this, we have done that, and we go through with a geologist just to make sure he doesn't see anything, and we make a report. That's all we can do. If a rock falls from up there, we can't be there to catch it.
2 years ago, just a few days after the opening, a large boulder fell onto a bonnet of a car. No one was injured, and thankfully these occurrences are very rare due to the work done each year by the maintenance team. Dag also owns a drone and has been kind enough to provide me with some incredible footage of what the road looked like a few weeks back when they were clearing the hairpin corners. Just remember, if you don't stick to the road, you're going down.
An avalanche started from all the way up, smashed every line down to the bridge here. So now they're picking up the rocks.
I'm on Trollstigen. I'm on Trollstigen.
Up from the river.
Wow. So these came flying down.
Something down to the river.
Oh my. What a job. That is, it's got to be a little bit of patience to get it right as well, I imagine. It's not as simple as just picking it up.
Oh, and you have the right people.
Yeah. Here he comes. Might just look like a normal rock. but it's actually a very, very important piece of a jigsaw. So someone is down there tying it on, and then these guys bring it up. Each morning they like pick straws, and whoever gets the short one has to be down at the bottom.
I think the youngest have to be at the bottom.
Okay.
Being at the bottom of that waterfall must have been incredibly difficult. It was cold just stood where I was. But down there, with all the water spraying on you, with the slippery surface, and then you're trying to connect these huge rocks onto rope. I gotta salute whoever was doing that. And like Dag said, you've got to have the right people to do this sort of job. And if you're wondering why they're picking up these stones in the first place, it's because they've been there since the road opened back in the 1930s. They're part of the furniture, they're part of the heritage of the road. You cannot replace them. They have to be put back. As we drive through the red zone, you see the damage done by the avalanche and realise there is a lot to do before this road can open. I wasn't allowed to film the visitors centre, but we saw them clearing out all the damaged furniture from the building. This year there'll be a temporary visitor centre, but hopefully next year this one will be back up and running.
This machine is crazy, like it is huge. And as you can see, this is what it's doing right now. It's just slicing through this snow and ice. Like,
so this was the part I was really looking forward to see these machines in action. So how do they stick to the road? Well, today they use a GPS system, but back in the old days they relied on tall sticks, and in some cases locals on skis pointing out where the road laid from memory alone. Now sometimes they go off track and smash into a road barrier, but it's pretty phenomenal how accurate they are at finding and sticking to the road, especially around them hairpin corners. On a good day, one man can plough through a kilometre of snow. Now these snowplows can break down at times, and it's frustrating for the operators, but compared to the old days, I guess it's a minor problem.
but I mean, this whole area is so intimidating, so intimidating. Right, I've got to go back to Dag because we're going back down, and he's been very patient with me today with filming. But I tell you something, this place is unbelievable to be here, honestly. I've been here about 5 times now, but every time it just amazes you.
Jeg går i livet. Han flykter på erfaring. Ikke regn, ikke bare for meg som er gammel, du skal få det snart land. Mer å gå ut mens meg.
This is David, and he's been ensuring Trollstigen opens every year since 1974. He's the guy that gets on his skis and points out where the road lies using only his built-in GPS system he calls his memory. He's now retired, but you can still find him up on the road helping out. This year a hairpin corner will be named after him. That is a big deal, as the most famous corners are strictly named after the foreman who built the road over 80 years ago. David will now become part of the history of this road, along with a generation who built it by hand in extremely difficult conditions. If you visit the road, take a good look at the incredible dry stone walls still standing strong today. Sadly, that generation is long gone. Or is it? There is one person left who helped contribute to building the road. Her name is Nikka, and in 2020 she was also awarded a corner named after her. The first female, may I add. She cooked for the men who built the road, and if you're wondering, she's 105 years young and still, I think, cooking today.
You still have a business selling these at the market?
Han spør om du fortsatt driver og selger disse.
Ja. Fantastic.
Konfirmasjon og bryllup og...
She sells for weddings and anniversaries and so on.
You know, I'm a great believer that if you look after your history and if you look after your heritage, then one way or the other, the future, it'll look after itself.
Unbelievable.
I dragged my bike all the way from Oslo on 3 trains to have this 15 minutes alone on the top of Trollstigen. It really was the best 15 minutes you can have on a bike. These snow walls don't last long. Once the black tarmac is exposed, the sun heats it up, and over a few weeks, they slowly disappear. Timing and luck is important if you want to experience one of Norway's snow wall roads in late spring. In total, there are 107 roads that go over the longest mountain range in Europe. And just like with Trollstigen, there are many dangers and difficulties getting them open and keeping them open. Experience, local knowledge, and good planning and safety regulations ensure millions of people get to safely drive, ride, or cycle in some of the world's most beautiful landscape. Some of my happiest memories are cycling these roads, so this video is a homage to those that make it possible.
What?